evening, my cherished settlers. Gather close and hear the call of opportunity that beckons us. Today, we stand at a pivotal moment in our journey, a moment that invites us to refine our economy and embark on a bold adventure into the world of trade. For too long, we have toiled in the shadows of our own lands, content with the fruits of our labor, but unaware of the vast riches that lie beyond our borders. It's time to cast our nets wide and embrace the art of trade, to share our bounties with distant lands and bring back treasures that will enrich our lives. We shall begin by fine-tuning our economy, ensuring that every resource we possess is utilized to its fullest potential. From the skilled hands of our craftsmen to the fertile fields that yield our harvests, we shall streamline our production lines, creating goods of exceptional quality that will be sought after by merchants far and wide. Imagine, dear friends, the thrill of seeing our wares, be it fine textiles or hardy provisions, traveling to markets beyond our reach. With each shipment, we shall not only gain coin, but expand our influence and secure our place in the tapestry of trade. But let us not forget the importance of our community. As we embark on this journey, we must ensure that the wealth we generate flows back into our settlement, enriching our lives and strengthening our bonds. So rise with me, my fellow settlers. Let us embrace this new chapter with courage and determination. Together we shall fine-tune our economy and set forth on a path of trade that will bring prosperity and abundance to our beloved Manor. The world awaits us, and with our resolve, we shall seize the opportunities that lie ahead. Heyo and welcome to another episode of Build&Battle Season 3, where we will build a beautiful medieval city while battling off famine, mutiny, and the bitter cold. In the last episode, we expanded our production lines by introducing livestock to our settlement of Namatine. So if you happen to miss the last episode, then click on the info card above, or if you're looking for a new Manor Lord series to binge watch, then check out the entire Build&Battle Season 3 playlist located in the description below. In today's episode, I want to begin reaping the rewards of our labor by setting up our first trade lines, adjusting our taxes, and our trade thresholds. So if you're excited to watch us deep dive into our trade and economy, then be sure to hit that like button below and leave a comment telling me your favorite tax rate in the comments. Now, before we begin, I am wicked excited to announce that our channel hit its first milestone and now has channel memberships, merchandise, and highlighted comments available for those who want to help the channel become more financially self-sustainable. So if you're looking for a new mug to drink your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice from, or a new hoodie to snuggle up and binge watch a season of Build&Battle in, then check out the link to the merchandise store located in the description below. Or feel free to subscribe to channel memberships, where we have 3 different tiers providing you special emojis, shoutouts in the end credits, or early access to episodes of Manor Lords. If you don't need a new coffee mug or you don't want to join the awesome community of channel members, then feel free just to leave a thanks below with a highlighted comment telling me your favorite memory of the channel thus far. And finally, to all those who have purchased highlighted comments, merchandise, or memberships, thank you so much. Thank you for the encouragement, and thank you for supporting the channel and playing video games with us. Alrighty, I'm wicked excited to start today's build, so kick back, grab your caffeinated beverage of choice, and let's jump right on into it. Today, I would like to start by fine-tuning our economy, specifically adjusting the thresholds on our imports and exports at our trade post, adjusting our taxes, and reintroducing a small tithe so we may expand the further territories in the future. So let's start with our exports. Back when we built the trade post, I knocked up the threshold on our exports because I wanted to make sure our people had the goods first. Now that we have a few neighborhoods set up and most of our primary production lines, I feel we are ready to start exporting and earning money on these goods. Therefore, let's begin exporting shoes first, and hopefully some clothes and cloaks as well. I want to start by exporting the shoes and purchasing this designated trade route associated with this good. I also want to reset the threshold to match our current population. Next, I want to adjust our trade on our berries to dyes, starting by determining kind of which is more expensive. So if I look at the berries, they cost us, 13 gold to import. And looking at the dye, it costs us only 14 to import. So this will be a bit of an experiment, but I want to see if it might be more efficient, even if slightly more expensive, to purchase the dye directly from the trade post so we can start producing the cloaks and clothes, because I fear that the berries are being purchased at the trade post and then consumed as a food before the dyer's workshop can actually turn them into a dye. So let's give this a try and see if it can yield any worthwhile results. Sweet. Okay, so I think we should be okay with this, but it is obviously very expensive. So let's jump in now and set an export threshold for cloaks and clothes, and I will purchase designated trade lines for these exports as well, so we have more money-making opportunities to offset the import costs of the dye. Alright, now I want to start balancing our taxes a bit so we can continue to grow our population and cultivate a huge settlement, but also ensure we are closing the gap on our debt to our king. So I want to decrease it just enough that our disapproval number decreases so we start encouraging a population growth while still getting the most money we can to pay back the debt to the king. Alrighty, so that did not seem to be enough of a change, so let's rewind time and adjust our taxes. Alright, I think one more adjustment should do the trick, so let's rewind time once again and give it one last go. So I think a 12% tax shall do it for now, as I noticed a significant disapproval was caused by our lack of entertainment. I already planned on boosting our ale production later in the episode, therefore I think Namartine will be just fine at 12% taxes. Stay tuned to see if increasing our ale production helps us even further. Now, before continuing on, let's introduce a 1% tithe once again, as I do want to start regaining our influence so we may expand into new territories in the future. Now I want to start upgrading our burgage plots to level 3 once more and gain that final development point for reaching our final settlement level available to us. And to do this, we need more ale, so I want to add another brewery as we seem to have ample barley and malt production, but we are selling out of ale a bit too fast for my preference. So let's bolster up on the ale and get it stocked up in our tavern with another brewery. Awesome, now let's try upgrading some of our burgage plots so we can try and hit that final settlement level. So it looks like we just won the game. Hopefully we are going to continue in the sandbox mode. But let's take a look at our victory stats here. So 6,700 days passed, we did 310 constructions. The endgame population total is 239. We're not done. We are nowhere near done constructing Namatine, never mind the other territories. So that's gonna go up. I don't understand what enemies we killed. I don't understand that. 5 villagers did die. This was kind of at the beginning stages when we were still getting ourselves up and running. So like I said, I am not done constructing Namatine. So let's expand our settlement center a bit with another block of burgage plots, and I honestly want to wiggle a few right here up on the cliffside near our storage and granary, because I think it's just going to look very, very nice. So let's jump on in and wiggle a few of those in here. Right, I think that will do nicely. We will work on upgrading this block of burgage plots at a later time. So obviously we just increased our trade for the tailors, cobblers, and because we do need more ale at the tavern, I am enticed to increase our fields as well to match, if not ensure, that the artisans don't fall short on supplies. So let's add in another farmhouse and prep our farmlands for a higher production rate. Okay, super rainy day today. Now let's add 3 more fields, and I am going to try a bit of a different rotation this time. Because we have the sheep fertilization, our fallowed fields are being fertilized. I want to set up a crop rotation with a single crop per field and then a fallow to see if the fertilization rate keeps up with us. So let's add in those fields and adjust the rotation. Finally, let's purchase our final development point. Originally, I was toying with the idea of getting advanced skinning, but I've changed my mind after our last episode because importing sheep is wicked expensive. So let's get sheep breeding and save our regional wealth on importing just dye instead. Now let's come on in here and let's try and stop our sheep trade. So we're just going to do no trade at all. We're going to take our person back so that we can come over here, and once we have the heavy plowing back in place here, we can assign that worker to this farm field instead and hopefully try to save a little bit more on our regional wealth. Alrighty, I think that just about wraps up today's episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like below or leave a comment telling me your favorite part of today's build, and be sure to tune in next week. In addition, if you enjoy watching beautiful cities be built, then check out Build and Beautify Season 1, our City Skylines 2 Let's Play series located in the info card above. Until next time, I hope everyone has a phenomenal week.